Thank you very much for inviting me to moderate this panel. We'll be happy to talk about the real use cases of blockchain and crypto. I think it's a very important subject. And very happy to have two panelists with me to discuss about their own view of what real-world adoption looks like. Maybe let's start, I think, with Parisa Ghodous. So she's joining online. She's the coordinator for the Chaise Blockchain Skills for Europe initiative. So I'll let you introduce yourself and maybe what Chaise is and what you're actually doing. And then we'll follow up with questions.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for the invitation. And I apologize to not be doing this.
We can't hear you, Parisa. Maybe you are muted.
So I will present you the
Okay.
case. My name is Parisa Ghodous, as you said. I'm professor. Do you hear me?
Sorry, Parisa, we cannot hear you. So I'll switch to Max for now, and the time to solve this. Is this my mic?
I don't know.
No,
Can you hear me? So it might be.
We can't hear you.
Yeah. Or whatever. Oh, that's cool. Oh, now I think I can hear myself now. Yeah, should be fine. Thank you.
Amazing. So Max,
hey. Hi.
You're a blockchain ambassador for Nimiq.
Yes.
Can you please explain what Nimiq is and basically what you are doing there and how it relates to real-world blockchain application?
Of course. Yeah. So thank you very much. My name is Max. I'm the official ambassador of the Nimiq project. Nimiq itself is a censorship-resistant, open-source Layer 1 payment protocol. So basically what we do is we run our own blockchain with our own payment coin, NIM. And our vision and our goal is to position NIM as among the top currencies, cryptocurrencies, for everyday payments used by just normal people. So that is a very ambitious goal. We're aware of that, and we're not the only ones working on such an initiative. So of course, you need a good game plan in order to get this going. We hope we have one. So of course, one element is to offer like a full array of software applications that enable not only, like, for example, we have our own Your Keys, Your Coins web wallet. We developed the most decentral fiat crypto on and off ramp. And we also offer a range of free payment solutions, basically for merchants and small businesses. But we're fully aware that we can't do this alone. So when it comes to partnerships, we are always looking for partners who join us in our quest to bring real crypto payments to basically to a broader audience. One of these partners that we're working with is an Austrian fintech. They're called Salamantex. And what they do is they develop software that enables traditional payment infrastructure, such as these, like this is an Ingenico terminal. You might use them from your supermarket around the corner. They enable those machines to process native crypto payments. So that is pretty cool. They're active and up and running in Austria already, and hopefully will start in Germany very soon. And so basically I called them and asked, guys, what if we could find a city partner that would be willing to roll out crypto payments within an existing retail ecosystem? They said, wow, really cool. All right. They were all for it, of course. Also brought their acquiring partner Concardis with them, who's actually handing out those crypto accepting payment terminals to their 100,000 clients in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. And well, now that those two were on board, the only challenge that remained was to basically find a city partner. And I happened to grow up in a beautiful city called Mannheim. It's in the southwest of Germany. It's a vibrant university city with around 300,000 inhabitants. And the city itself, in its DNA, has always been embracing innovation, always wanted to be at the forefront where the magic happens and be part of the latest developments. So once upon a time, I had a startup within their existing startup infrastructure that consists of 8 dedicated startup centers. And from my time back then, I still knew the key players in this ecosystem. And I just basically gave them a call and told them, listen, guys, like we have this crypto payment infrastructure. Would you eventually be interested in an experiment to roll out crypto payments within the existing Mannheim retail ecosystem? And I was quite surprised that they were interested, and they brought more people to the table, like representatives of the Department of Economical Development, retail representatives, city management. And so we engaged in this discussion, and they really showed interest. What they were asking about is not only to limit this initiative to retail payments, but also include the local industry. And of course, Nimiq, we are all about payments, so this is something we can't do, and that is where this whole initiative started to kick off. Then one of our long-term supporters from our community basically works for a big technology consulting company called Exeta. They luckily have an office in Mannheim and a very impressive track record when it comes to blockchain and DLT projects for the industry. So they showed interest, or they actually became our partner for the whole industry topic and consulting and business use cases. Then we engaged with another partner who's also a member of Blockchain for Europe, which is Blockpit. Blockpit joins Nimiq in our education effort, because this is not only about creating the offer for merchants and for companies, but also any offer also needs demand. So we also have to work with the citizens, educate about blockchain, educate about crypto, and also like in a holistic approach with also the tax aspect. And so we developed this initiative, and it rapidly grew, and we are constantly on-ramping new partners, and we're looking for new point-of-sale system providers, payment service providers, crypto ATM providers, and whatever applications that serve in such a real-world smart city scenario. So for us at the moment, the next step is that we will engage in a roundtable. The city of Mannheim is going to invite representatives from the local trade organizations, the retail association. There is a joint city advertising initiative, and we'll bring all of those people together on a roundtable and see if there and how we could leverage the potential of bringing crypto payments to the retail location, crypto blockchain use cases to the local industry, and develop this into a strong narrative that basically is used as a unique selling proposition, not only for the retail, but also for the local economy. And yeah, with like a long-term vision of developing this ecosystem together as one of the first real-world smart city use cases for blockchain and crypto.
Thank you. Very interesting use case and very practical onboarding of a whole city to the world of
big challenge.
Crypto. That's a big challenge, I guess. We'll probably talk about the challenge a bit later. I don't know if we have Parisa now online. Can we hear you? Yeah.
Do you
okay.
hear me? It's okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
good. Up to you now to present your Chaise initiative. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Parisa Ghodous, as you said. I am a full professor at the University of Claude Bernard Lyon 1 in France. And I lead also a research team on the interoperability of blockchain. And I have this chance to be a coordinator of Erasmus Plus Chaise project. So this project, the objective is to define a strategy for the blockchain development skills, and also for giving the training and open educational resources in order to aware the public and also the computer scientists and decision makers about the different blockchain technologies. So I will show you the next slide in order to know why Chaise, why this European project. The first thing that we have seen in Europe is that there is a problem of shortage of talent. If we want to be competitive with all of the world, I said in this dynamic field that is not stable, again, we should absolutely define a strategy for the blockchain skills and have a European blockchain skills strategy, what was Mises. So it was one of the objectives of this project. The other one is one of the deliverables that we have also developed until right now is to have a mechanism for forecasting the future skills. That also is very important in this dynamic field. We have also done and I said occupational requirements and analysis of occupational requirements all of the Europe. And all of these deliverables can be found also on the website of the Erasmus Plus project. And we define a VET program, vocational educational training program, in the form of the book in order to all of the shortage about the skills developments can be considered and can be developed. And because this project is also Erasmus Plus project, so we have also the mobility schemes for blockchain students and professionals. And at the last, one of the major and important objective of this project is to develop also a cooperation network between different countries in each countries and also between different countries. And so I also ask everybody, if you want to join us in this network, we will be happy. You can just fill up the form on the website of Chaise, and you can be part of this cooperative network on Chaise. So it's a very big project. It's 28 partners, so 23 partners and 5 associations from 15 countries. All of the educational resources will be in 13 languages. That is really important. We have different big companies, sector representatives, and educational and trainers providers, and also the entities with regulation functions and associations. So you see the name of them, such as INATBA, or as a company IOTA, or as a university, different university on Estonia, and Slovenia, and Catalonia, and Spain, and University of Lyon, and also the different types of entity regulation partners. So the 3 main project objectives that I will insist on that. One of them is cooperation. It is important to have a collaborative network in order to monitoring the workplace and the skill needs for blockchain. We need also the mechanism for collaboration at the national level and European level, and survey and promote the blockchain VET offerings to practitioners. And as a skills, intelligence, and training, we have developed a MOOC, as I said in order to improve blockchain skill intelligence and documented skills mismatch, and also establish a sectoral qualification, European sectoral qualification. And as a recognition and mobility, we will link the design curriculum in the Chaise with European recognition tools. And we have also a platform in order to help the job seekers and blockchain companies to be in contact, and also define the European-wide occupational requirements for blockchain workforce. So as I said, all of the deliverables can be found on the website. You can find the skill needs and mismatch analyzers that we have developed, the forecasting model that we have also defined with all of the recommendations that we have for the policymakers. I think it's interesting to see that. And also the strategy that we have defined for European blockchain skills. The MOOC that we have developed, and we will finish it in 1 or 2 months. And we work also on all of the career guidelines, alumni platform, and cooperation networks and qualification. So as a timeline, the project will be finished at December 2024. Right now, we are defining demo course, and we have finished all of these stages as a skills strategy, curriculum structure, the study on the skill mismatch, and all of them. So we will finish in 1 year this project, and we wish that it can be continued by other initiatives or other projects. So please join us. Don't hesitate to look to our website and also participate on this big network that we have developed. And it is really interesting to see you there. So that's about the project. So I will maybe also, because this panel, as I understood, is about the real world adoption. So maybe I can talk also about the education and the importance of the education and research and why we should invest on that, because this field, the blockchain field, is a dynamic field and is not stable, and is a technology, as all of the, I said, disruptive technology or new technology, has this problem of explainability. So we will see that also for other technologies such as artificial intelligence or other technologies, that they need this explainability, because actually what we see is that the people and the policymakers, they don't know even the vocabulary that we use for the blockchain. And I think that's a major challenge, because we should absolutely understand the different technologies in order to evaluate them and see if there are benefits for the people or not, if they can improve our life or not. So this aspect is really dependent to the education. And if I can also link to the smart city and the real interesting topic that our colleague has talked about that, I think it's very important that we can understand why we use the technology. And as in the other panel also I have heard, that is not a black box. And we can understand, we have this transparency of these different platforms that we use, because the legislation, scalability, privacy, all of these topics are important. We should resolve. But if we cannot have access to this technology, understand this technology, we cannot resolve these problems.
Thank you very much, Parisa. I think it's very interesting. What do you think, Max? Would you agree that education is like a big blocker, something that makes it very difficult for you to basically expand your use case and grow your company?
Yeah, definitely. It's not a big blocker. It's a gigantic opportunity, I'd like to say, because education needs to be at the center of everything we do. We realized, like, we've been engaging with the city since February, and that was basically before the Terra Luna crash happened. That was before the markets went down 80%. So especially when that happened, you know, like a partner and all these news surface to the top as soon as you can see it in your local newspaper, you know, the narratives are horrific. You know, people lose everything and it's blockchain and Bitcoin again and everything's a fraud. So that of course becomes a problem if you are working with institutions that are not yet onboarded into that concept of the crypto economy. So of course, for example, our partners that we were talking to from the city side, they became more cautious because they didn't know what is basically going on. And that was a great opportunity and a great learning for us to actually really help guide, help educate, explain what's happening here. Like one of the speakers yesterday said, you know, crypto is not good and it's not bad. It's just money. And actually, it depends on how you interact with it and what humans do. And the same or similar things that are happening with crypto have always been happening in centralized and traditional finance. They're just more interesting now. They happen in the crypto sphere because the media likes that even more, kind of. So I'm kind of happy, to be honest, that it happened the way it happened, because that way we understood a lot better how to tackle this challenge. how to create a dialogue between the city and the project and the partners in order to really create long-term and lasting value and develop a safe and sound narrative. Because I completely understand that someone such as a startup ecosystem or even a city itself, they want to be sure, they want to have certainty that if they engage in this crypto economy and do this step, that this is actually having genuinely good intentions and creates positive value, and they don't want to step into anything that might cause problems. So education is the most important thing that we can do, and that is also, besides initiating and leading this effort, this is our main challenge and task is to help educate not only the citizens and normal people, but also city governments, startup ecosystems. That is our mission here.
Thank you very much. I think our panelists get a bit earlier to make room for the guest star of the afternoon. So thank you very much both for being here.
Thank you very much, Simon.
Looking forward to talk a bit more about all the real-world initiatives around blockchain in Europe. Feel free to reach to us and ask questions after the panel. Thank you all.
Thank you.